Hey, this is Sabrina and welcome to Drawing with Sab. Today I'm going to be teaching a super quick 15-minute art lesson meant for about a grade 10 level of art. I'm shooting to keep this video short since it is for a university project, so it should be about 15 minutes long. Just bear with me. If you're not in the 10th grade, that's okay. No one's going to judge you for watching this. Um, so just to get the formalities out of the way, I'm quickly going to show you a little excerpt from the Canadian Program of Studies. So this is what Canadian teachers reference when they're making a lesson plan. Like there's specific guidelines that you have to kind of check off as you're teaching a semester. I'm going to focus on the concept of developing and refining drawing skills and styles. So we're going to, I'll just read it out here. A change in drawing techniques can express a different point of view about the same subject matter. So we're going to take Pokemon, in this case, and redraw them in a couple different styles by just tweaking certain details about them. And that will lead to learning about style and expression. So, this is where I actually found the information on education.alberta.ca. So if you want an official program of studies just to learn about what you're learning in school or what you did learn in school, that's where you can find it. Alright, so as you saw before, I had this little example up here. This is actually something I drew. I've done this little challenge like 3 times. I had so much fun with it. And it's just this little activity going around on Tumblr that I thought I'd incorporate. I'll just mention it really quickly. So this is called PokeDesign, and what you do is you get assigned a random Pokemon, and the objective of it is to draw it in like one or more styles, and just post it on Tumblr or Twitter, whatever you use. So here's some examples. They're really cool. Like you could see just like tweaking the body style of these Pokemon. Like you get a completely different characteristic out of them just from, you know, changing certain elements. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. I'm just going to close that down. If you want more information about where exactly you can find this, I'll post a little link in the description. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this you'll be able to use this warm-up as an exercise to, you know, give something character. You're going to learn how to do that. So I've already gone and found my randomly assigned Pokemon, and I ended up with Eevee. So Eevee's a pretty standard looking guy, 4 legs, bushy tail, big eyes. Like you could probably go a lot of places just squishing his head in different proportions or expression, maybe adding on some accessories of some sort. And I've got just some extra ones here to kind of help illustrate the idea. With Golduck, a special feature that really sticks out obviously is a beak, the blue body, these little spikes on its head. You could change the sizes and shapes of them. And a lot of character lies in eyes. So just by slightly altering eyes of any kind of Pokemon, you could change the expression tenfold. Another thing is body language. I'll go a little more into detail of that later. But yeah, so when I'm actually drawing, I will focus on Eevee. But just to kind of elaborate here, I'm just going to show you some strategies. So yeah, you could use body language, for example. Oh, my pen's not working. Let's see here. Okay, so personality, you got body language. Yeah, it's working. Expressions, exaggerated features, selective details, props and accessories. This could be like glasses, hats, clothes of some kind, earrings, whatever. With the expressions, that just gets into like the cartooniness of it all. You could give like a Pokemon rage face expressions or something like that, or you could choose to ignore detail and make it super minimalistic and simple. And actually I have a little example here to show you with Pikachu. Like this is literally all you need. You just have like the black for the tips of the ears, the red for the cheeks, and like this little tail, and that's all you've got, and everyone knows that that's Pikachu, or at least I hope so. So you could choose to ignore detail or use excessive detail. In this case, base it on an actual creature. So with Pikachu, that would be like basing it on some kind of a mouse or rat, or like a rabbit even. And I've actually drawn out a couple of examples here. So with body language, you could see Pikachu as being all, I don't know, flirtatious. That's kind of awkward. But just in simply drawing that pose, it conveys a lot of meaning. With the exaggerated expressions and features, you can see Eevee here is really perturbed about something, kind of scared, eyes are popping out of his head, he's all frazzled. With selective detail here, we've got Golduck, and the only feature that I've changed is the beak. And as you can see, it's pretty much completely different looking just by changing that one single feature. So if you get better at pinpointing and targeting those features that stand out, you can be a lot more efficient in making it look unique. Props and accessories is a pretty fun one. I just focused on glasses here, so Pikachu's got some aviators on. Golduck's got some goggles, I don't know, for swimming or something. Eevee's got these tiny little kind of grandma glasses, and just like little details like that can speak volumes. You can also choose to ignore detail, like I showed you earlier with that Pikachu example. Like this, I drew this in like 5 seconds, and like it's still Pikachu. You can tell it's got the little tail, feet, and the ears. I've left out like the mouth and mouth and the nose, stripes, things like that. Another alternative is excessive detail, which I mentioned earlier, where you base it on a real creature. This one I actually ended up drawing Eevee instead of Pikachu, but it's kind of like some weird rabbit, mouse, cat thing. And actually, I've seen a lot of artists do this recently, where they challenge themselves to draw realistic-looking Pokemon based on animals or kind of combinations of creatures. And that's a whole other can of worms, though, so maybe I won't touch on that. So yeah, I'm just going to clear this off and quickly draw some sketches. And I'm probably going to end up using some movie magic to skip ahead once I finish the sketches, but like I said, I'm going to focus on Eevee. So I'll just pull that up now. And I'll just open up a sketch layer here. Make sure my pen works. Yeah, it's good. With the head here, I've got some random shapes and things that I'm going to go with. Maybe like a square looking face. Let's see. So I kind of like the way this one's going. So I'm going to draw a really gruff looking angry Eevee. He's going to have kind of like a pushed up nose. Maybe he's just kind of upset looking in general. Got a bit of an underbite. Let's see here. He's just really mad. That's weird for Eevee, considering he's such a cute little guy. Maybe he's gonna have... I don't want him to have super long bunny ears. That's gonna be too cute. They could be kind of folded over. That's still too cute, but whatever. Let's see. So yeah, I'm taking the shape of his head, messing it around. With this one here, it could be like super bug-eyed. That's kind of cliche though, that's too easy. Looks a little too excited there. Oh yeah, you could even focus on like gender differences too. Like you could make it look obviously girly or obviously masculine. Like I showed you earlier, there's that little like minimalist approach. Kind of looks like he's got a little mustache there. Let's see here with this one. I don't quite know what's going on here, but just having fun with it, sketching things up. Let's see. Just a really long-faced Eevee. That's gonna look interesting. That's terrifying, actually. I'm just gonna erase that. Let's see here. I can give him kind of a long snout. He'll look a little more dog-like. Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly pause this and then refine some sketches. We'll start it back up again. Actually, you know what? I should probably just draw these live. Serve a little more of a purpose that way. Let's see here. This guy could have like huge buggy eyes. And you're just kind of making up caricatures, features on the fly, really. You're gonna have gigantic pupils. Tiny little nose and baggy eyes. He looks kind of mortified there. Actually, let's make that a smile. Really blank stare. looks incredibly creepy, but we'll stick with it, see where it goes. Let's get one more. I really like how this one turned out, by the way. He looks really angry and gruff. This one here, actually, I might tweak a little bit. Just the way the pose is going, he seems like a snobby, superior, cocky, narcissistic kind of Eevee. Who like thinks he's super fabulous. This one here turned out pretty cute. It's pretty minimalistic, but I mean, like I said, it's got everything you need to recognize it. This little tuft of hair. Let's give him tiny little eyes. Actually, one thing I didn't even bring up was like ears. You could use body language for that. Let's say the ears are kind of flopped down. Maybe he's kind of lost all hope. He's really sad. Oh. Yeah, so this guy's really sad. This guy is maybe a little bit special. And this guy here is really gruff and angry looking, kind of a snob. Like, there's so many different ways you can capture emotion just by kind of experimenting with expressions and like all the things that I mentioned earlier. Alright, so now that I've actually drawn these out, I'm gonna focus on this one here, and just I'll do a special looking Eevee too. So I'll do these three. I'll leave the sketches in, so I'll maybe include those afterwards. But yeah, for now I'll just erase the face that I just drew and use some movie magic to make pretty polished lines appear magically. I've got completed line art here. Just gonna get rid of the sketch layer. There we go. Okay, so what I've done here with these characters, you can probably see for yourself, but I've made that gruff, angry looking Eevee look even more gruff and angry. What I've done is just given him kind of like that Neanderthal forehead. I can't zoom this thing in properly here. Okay, well, this will have to do. Anyway, I gave him kind of that Neanderthal forehead here. I gave him kind of like a bulldog-esque posture. Kind of like hunches over, and he just looks like you wouldn't really want to cuddle with this. Second one here is just like super dainty, very like feminine and perfect and prissy. Eyes closed, looks kind of snobby, a little delicate paws, exaggerated little sparkle lines. And then this last one here, it's just kind of like a freak of nature. It just has like fleas and he's like scratching himself, got these big like goofy bug eyes. It's just in like a really contorted, exaggerated, cartoony posture, scruffed up tail, and as you can see here, it's like completely different from what we started with our little Eevee guy. So this is what Eevee looks like normally. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to pause really quick, finish it up, and you're going to see what the final product looks like. So there you have it. That's pretty much the finished product. And as you can see here at our original reference, none of them look anything like the original Eevee. But yeah, that's about a wrap up of my micro lesson. Hope you enjoyed it, maybe even learned a thing or two. I'm hoping to start to put up a little more lessons in drawing time lapses, so if you're interested in seeing more, don't hesitate to subscribe. Once again, I'm Sabrina. Thanks for watching Drawing with Sab.